So at Gospel, we provide a permanent home. The people that we're providing housing to are experiencing chronic homelessness, and so that means that they're perpetually in a state of homelessness and will be unless they have a support system.
I have met many people that have mental or emotional issues that prevent them from holding down a job.
The streets is easy to get in trouble. I was just treacherous. I said if I could turn back the hands of time and I sold all these drugs, it wasn't nobody had to do them 8.5 years but me.
I lived in my vehicle for about 3, maybe 4 months, and that's when I decided to try out the shelter.
First of all, I'm raised in foster home. Come from the hardcore streets, hardcore drugs. I'm an addict, okay? I'm always gonna be an addict. I'm on hold right now. I have to keep repeating that stuff to myself all the time.
It's not a pleasant place to be because I know through my own experience that I was homeless. God sent me an angel to help me get off the streets.
In their program here in Polk County, I don't see now, so far, like this program. They don't put you in a place like this. Have your own trailer. Who does that?
Gospel Inc. is more of a stability, allowing me to be independent, but yet to stay focused on what I need to do.
We moved into the neighborhood where the homeless shelter is and invited people onto our property. What began with just a couple, homeless friends living on my property turned into 40 homeless people living on my property. One day, I show up at home and the police are all there and everyone's on the ground. They put me on the ground. They said, "Do you realize that the city of Lakeland could have you evicted?" And at that time, I really hadn't thought about the city of Lakeland. I was just a college student trying to care for homeless folks. It really led me into looking at the larger picture, the larger community. And so I would say it wasn't so much the challenge of working with people that are homeless. I think it was more, am I able to pull this off? We've created just little farm beds to provide work opportunity for folks, but also just to learn how to grow our own food. We recently just planted corn in here, just some tomato bushes that are planted throughout, and ultimately a blessing to all of us to be able to just kind of practice growing food and learning how to do it. So,
To qualify for housing, all they have to do is have the need, and they are required to work 10 hours a week, whether it's coming to classes or doing side work at the village itself by pulling weeds or picking up trash. Some of them feed the chickens. Not only are they learning a skill, but they feel like they have a purpose, and people need a purpose.
one of the folks that we provide housing to painted all these units. This is actually him right here, Razer. What's up, bro? I was just talking about you.
So this is what I do for the community, to help everybody. And God sent it right through. Every house that you see is an inspiration of how I felt that day.
Yeah, me and Razer, I helped Razer paint quite a few little houses. And Razer also, he's a spiritual leader.
None of us would be doing what we're doing outside of a call from God to do it. Some people have brought that up, but for us, it was important that they know that comes out of a Christian philosophy and heart.
Well, we take everybody. God loves us all. And if they don't have a religious need, they have a spiritual need.
And when I went to another program, which I ain't gonna mention no name, it was a tough program. They start taking advantage of everybody, and I think it's just wrong. Because then they run God down your throat all day long. That's not how you do it. That's not how you get God in your life. And they turn around and kick you out the door for something you done wrong. And I don't think God would like that. I don't think God that evil. I don't think God would ever kick anybody out the door.
I've met very few, but I do believe just because it has that gospel in it, they're not gonna come.
My dream is one day to have a food truck where I could just feed the homeless. People of our age shouldn't be eating sweets all day.
If I was an individual wanting to get involved, visiting some of the local organizations would probably be the best way to do it.
Change the way you think about a person. Stop judging people.
One of the churches comes and brings a meal. I love that because I love to bake, but to taste things that other people have perfected, I like things like that.
Everybody out here, we are as a family. I'm thankful. I'm here. I don't owe nobody else no more explanation, no nothing.
If you looked at me and you didn't know that I was homeless, you wouldn't know I was homeless. Because what does homeless look like?
A lot of people are just one paycheck away from being homeless, and that is so true.
It can easily be you, me, or anybody else.
People need to know. And that when you see a homeless person on the street, just recognize them as a person. Say hi. You don't have to give them anything. Just give them a smile. That's all they want. Just see me. See me. That's all they want.
The Lord is my light and my salvation. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?